Hello and welcome back to the Game Collection podcast. I'm Matt and I'm joined once again by our social media guru, Jack. Jack, how are we doing?
I am all the better for seeing your Christmas jumper.
That
is
man.
How I am.
Look at that. It's so for those of us for those who aren't watching the video of this, it's an incredibly cheap Christmas jumper of the Leonardo DiCaprio Django meme. It's incredibly flammable.
I mean, it is flames. It is absolute fire.
Absolute fire.
I will give it that.
If I go near a naked flame, I will just self-immolate immediately.
But hey, what a way to go!
But what a way to get in, exactly. I've got to get another meme jumper actually because I've been trading off this one for about 3 years now. So it's important that I lock in another one.
2026.
2026. 2026.
Yeah, got you.
Maybe the cat yelling at, or no, the woman yelling at a cat meme. That would be a good one. It's got to stick.
It's got to stay meme related for sure.
Oh yeah,
ideally of the same fantastic quality. I mean, those are some prime materials.
Yeah, this was 25 English pounds. 30 was shipping. Because it had to come from halfway around the world, obviously. And yeah, it's not knitted at all. It's a horrific print job, and I think that makes it better. I think the terribleness
adds 10 out of 10
adds to it. But yeah, I think I might have to put that on social actually. Like, let me know which meme I should Christmas jumper for next year.
Strong question for the community.
Yeah.
Fire it out.
I mean, I literally made a post the other day on TikTok begging people to send questions in because I'm running out of content. Like, the release calendar has dried up. We are desperate. We are scraping the bottom of that barrel.
It's tough, man. Like, this social world is tough. It can be in these drier periods. When video game releases, as you mentioned, towards the end of the year, they all kind of freeze over. It's somewhat of a drag through.
there are only so mmany times you can ask the community, "Oh, what's been your game of 2024?"
Yeah. So what's your game of the year? Oh, what, this week? Yeah. It's tough. We love you guys. But we're both very much looking forward to a small Christmas break.
I'm going to go swimming in a vat of gravy and munch my way through an enormous bird. It's going to be fantastic.
Again, what a way to go.
Are we still doing phrasing? Actually, yeah. But yes, we are going to get festive. I think this is the penultimate one for the year. I think we decided.
We're going to squeeze one in next week.
We're going to try and squeeze one in next week, yeah. That will be very, very festive. You need a Christmas jumper, man, or something festive. Just like wrap some tinsel around you.
I can do that.
Next week.
Next week, not now. Okay.
But yeah, I think because I was away, we didn't get to sort of do a game of the awards. No, the Game Awards kind of reaction podcast. We're going to do it here. Obviously, the Game Awards happened. Lots of announcements, lots of really, really cool stuff. But before we get into any of that and some community questions, obviously, have to do the disclaimer.
Oh, how could I have forgotten?
So, and once again, I've chosen something well, fittingly festive as a tune. But yeah, because it's been a long year and I'm really tired. We are going to have to get the bleep machine out again, unfortunately, because I got a bit lazy. But yeah, okay. Anyway, here we go. Which song did I actually set this to?
Good start again.
Good start, yes. Strong start. Yeah. Right, no, I've got it.
Nothing but preparation on this show.
Here it comes. The Game Collection, the clue is in the name. And unlike those stands in Sports Direct, we really do sell games. The Game Collection has a cool weekly podcast. So come join us for some personal thoughts where we chat from our ass.
Is that it?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's fire. Like, oh my God, it's fire. Yeah, absolute fire. We got the
sometimes I do go long, yeah.
I
thought I'd keep it snappy.
I didn't like. I never know. Like, every week is a surprise. And And I will say that you know, in a really short space of time, you managed to get in some competitor slander as well, which was just epic. Yeah, shots fired.
It feels necessary sometimes.
I even think my which was a genuine laugh reaction, was nicely timed in with the song.
It was. It was really nice.
Yeah.
I'm hoping because of your new fast internet that means that, you know, it's going to line up perfectly and there'll be no Teams lag.
Look at my face. You can see my face.
Jackson HD. For those of you watching the podcast video, Jackson HD.
My chair is not, though. Look, I'm sorry about the chair. Sorry about the chair. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, it's not great.
This podcast's an absolute mess already. I love it.
I love it. This is what it's supposed to be, right? This is what it's supposed to be. We don't represent the retailer. Oh wait, yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. But
yeah,
but per the song, these are personal thoughts that will be following. That being said, this Christmas, treat yourself to a Nintendo Switch 2 from the Game Collection.
Buy it now. Thanks.
We did the thing, Giles and Darren. We did the thing. Good. Right. Game Awards. So we've had, thank you to everyone that's sent in questions. We had a bunch. We're pulling from Facebook this week. We had a bunch over on Facebook, which is really, really awesome. And Anne Ostler kicks us off with an absolute cracker. Straight up, what was your favorite announcement at the Game Awards?
I mean, look, honorable mention to Leon.
That's the honorable mention. Well, I suppose it got spoiled, didn't it? It did get slightly spoiled.
It didn't get spoiled for me. Like I don't care. I just, yeah. I mean, even then, I watched it like 6 or 7 times. Just him, like that boat stepping out of the car, like bosh. Like here we go.
Cool.
Morning, let's have it. Yeah, he looks epic, man. He looks angry.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, it's. I mean, he's had it tough. I mean, he's had some problems over the years.
Just one or two.
Just one or two. But yeah, no, absolutely fire to see that come true. And just like one roundhouse kick to the face, and I was like, oh my god, like I couldn't get any more excited for this. And then that happened. But for me, I'm actually going to say, I mean, Tomb Raider Catalyst looks incredible. Really, really hyped to get a new Tomb Raider. But for me, probably Legacy of Atlantis. And I know it's a remake or a reimagining. I don't care. Like, the dinosaurs have got feathers. Like, the accuracy is astounding. Like, yes. So yeah, for me, I'm so hyped to play a reimagining of the 1996 iconic adventure with Lara Croft. That being said, the Divinity trailer was all kinds of disturbing and amazing. Yeah, that's not even my kind of game, but I credit where it's due. That trailer was fire, again, literally. And I will also say that Control Resonant had one of the nicest looking trailers and like visually breathtaking trailers I've seen in a long time.
Did you? So if you played Control?
I did not play Control.
It's really weird. It's one of those games that like I love Remedy. I love what they do, but like I really struggled to get into it because I don't know what it was. There was something about the way it handled that really put me off. And it's really annoying because I've watched videos of it and I've watched other people play it and I've got friends that absolutely love it. And it's a game that I really, really wanted to just jump in and immerse myself in. And for some, I can't put my finger on it. The controls, the game feel just felt a little bit off for me, which is a shame. But I agree with you. Resonant looks phenomenal.
It really does. That section with the pigeons, man. I was like, breathtaking. So yeah, look, a really strong award ceremony for announcements. I thought it was great. I really did. It was a really nice way to end the year. And yeah, I'm hyped. There's numerous titles in there which I'm hyped for sure. What about you? What was your favorite?
So, a couple of honorable mentions as well. So, Fate of the Republic, obviously, Star Wars FOTOR.
Oh, how could I have forgotten? Yeah,
Star Wars FOTOR. I think, look, it's difficult to get too hyped by, a trailer that's basically announcing a studio got created this year and is working on a game, right? Like that's the extent of it, really. But like the game that they're working on happens to be a spiritual successor to my favorite game of all time, or one of my favorite games of all time, and it's basically going to be Knights of the Old Republic 3. I'm hyped, and it's being directed by Casey Hudson, who was obviously the game director for the Mass Effect
Knights, was
trilogy,
it?
which
Oh, Mass
I
Effect.
adore. Like that's yes,
Was he
inject it into my veins.
Was he involved in Knights of the Old Republic, or did I read something that he was linked to those games in some way?
I can't remember actually. I can't remember what position he was in at BioWare at that point in time.
I'm sure I read. I mean, I'm sure I read something. Like I said, I'm not clued up on that franchise whatsoever. I know it's your world, but I'm sure I read something. Maybe I'm wrong.
But I think
it's happened. It's happened before.
I'm very, very excited about that. It's going to be awesome.
I mean,
but
yeah,
we're gonna have to wait a bit. Like, obviously, yeah, it's a new studio. It's a few years off, I would imagine.
I will say that Star Wars Galactic Racer, just when Sebulba appeared at the end, like
stroking his whiskers.
Just I'm betting heavily on Sebulba. He always wins. Just like amazing. Yeah,
I'm here for a new Star Wars racer. Like Pod Racer is a great game.
Yeah,
and it's going to get mentioned again later on. But like, I'm here for Star Wars Galactic Racer. Like, yeah, give me more Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I'll take all the Star Wars you can throw, please.
Some good stuff.
Another honorable mention to we shouted this out back in the summer. But Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. It's releasing May 29th. It looks incredible. It looks really funny. It looks like those Lego games. It's just going to be awesome, like really awesome. And like the gameplay looks a bit more evolved, a bit more involved, which I think I love the Lego games. Some of them are more basic than others, but I like where those games have gone in recent years. I think the way Horizon Adventures plays is really, really awesome, and that more expansive. It looks like an Arkham game, but Lego. Like I'm here for it, and also Matt Berry. Yeah,
it's probably the first time I've been excited for a Lego game. I didn't mention it in my list just because obviously it was announced at Gamescom, but as you rightly mentioned, then again, I swooned over Leon. We all knew that was coming. So, but no, obviously with the date announcement. But yeah, no, I actually think Lego Batman will dominate next year. Like, I mean, from a social perspective, I didn't stay up for the Game Awards. I was tempted to, but realized that most of the community would likely be in bed. So I just did it the next morning. And I will say that probably the strongest response from the posts the day after was Lego Batman across Facebook and Twitter. So proof's there. I actually think Lego Batman's going to be like it's going to do numbers next year for sure.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's really good, and I hope it sells a bunch, and I hope we get more. Like, because yeah, it looks fantastic. But
it does.
I think like you, Tomb Raider was the highlight. Like
okay.
It looked so great, and like Catalyst, obviously CG trailer. A lot of the stuff in here was CG. I shout out Phantom Blade Zero though. Like,
looks sick.
Oh, that looks good. I'm here for a bit of that. And also, sorry, I'm just remembering things freshly now. Ontos as well. So Frictional Games, who did Amnesia, which is absolutely terrifying, and Soma, which is even more terrifying. The trailer for Ontos, I think it looks I don't know if it's a direct or a spiritual successor to Soma, but yeah, first person psychological horror freaking people out. It's gonna be really good. They're really, really good at it. I am gonna poo myself. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, Tomb Raider for me as well. And I think I don't have as much of a romantic connection or that sort of nostalgic connection to the first trilogy, I guess, or like the first few games as much as I'm guessing you do. But I am so hyped for Legacy of Atlantis. And I think what a way to re-warm up the IP, because it's been a fair few years since Survivor Lara's trilogy kind of concluded. And I think, you've got Catalyst coming, all new environment. I love that we're getting Legend Lara again. So I love that. And yeah, what better way to warm it up than by bringing that first game with its awful controls, kicking and screaming into the 21st century.
Yeah.
And yeah, dinosaurs, man, so great. Like we're getting this before we got Dino Crisis.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? I told you, I think this was it the last pod or the pod before last? We will get a Dino Crisis remake. I'll be dead, but we will get it. Like
one day.
Yeah, one day when I'm not breathing. But yeah, I'm sure my cat's children's children will enjoy it.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I watched that Tomb Raider, the Catalyst reveal, and then it goes straight into Legacy of Atlantis. And I was punching the air by the end of that. That was awesome.
Yeah. No, it's a great time to be a Tomb Raider fan again. Obviously the remasters were. Look, I'll never get bored of hitting that button and flicking between like retro style Tomb Raider and the remastered version. I just kept pressing it like it was just like, and it just incredible. But yeah, we've been starved, right? We've been starved. It's been a while, as you've mentioned. So to get not one but two. Oh, Stained.
Shout out Stained.
Wow. As you mentioned, this podcast is an absolute mess already, and we are here for it. I'm on the outside, and I'm looking in. I can see through you, see your true colors. Inside, you're ugly like me. I can see through you.
See the real you.
That's a tune.
It is.
Yeah, so Tomb Raider, fire. Next.
Well, it leads in quite nicely to our next question. So Andy Birchall asked, with news of 2 new Tomb Raiders, I'm gonna flip this. He's asked, what's your favorite ever? He's asked, is it a good direction for the series? Well, sorry, the second part of Anne's question was, is it a good direction for the series or not? So I think let's answer that second one first. Like, because I think it is. Like, I think it's a great way to re-warm up, reintroduce Lara, introduce her to a new generation, and then the year after, you get all new Lara. So you're exciting existing fans and new ones, and then bang, bang, double whammy. Hell yeah.
Oh, there was a marketing strategy there, right? But yeah, fantastic. I think, look, it remains to be seen whether it's a good direction, I guess, until we play it and we experience it and be like, okay, this is sick, or okay, this is not what I expected. Until we actually, I think, get some gameplay or, some real solid gameplay footage. Who knows? But like, as a Tomb Raider fan, I am very excited for what's to come. We have something to work towards now, right? And first up is a remake of one of the most iconic games ever. So a reimagining, sorry. So yeah, look, in my opinion, it does remain to be seen. This is a good direction. But it's fantastic to know that we woke up on Friday and we've got not one but 2 new Tomb Raider games coming in the next 2 years. So
I mean, that's it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think what's nice is as well, so when the generation jump from the first set of games to then you get sort of the Legend trilogy, and this kind of goes into what will be my answer for Andy's question. Like, I just love that even from that trailer for Catalyst, Lara's got more swagger. We're getting Legend Lara. We're getting that charismatic badass. We're getting like, and I really enjoyed the Survivor trilogy, but like, I'm glad that we're getting that, swaggering badass again. Like, that's
the experienced, hardened version of Lara, which is just bosh. Yeah, no messing.
Yeah, I'm hyped. Love it. I'm hyped for that. But yeah, so Andy asked, what's your favorite Tomb Raider ever?
Tomb Raider 2. Tomb Raider 2 for sure. Just, I think like it improved so much on what made the first game so great. And yeah, I mean, like Venice, man, like just dropping into Venice, doing the Great Wall of China at the start, and then just Italy. Yeah. I actually think in terms of a direction, at the Opera House, and oh man, Tomb Raider 2 was so good. I would love to see this reimagining be successful, and then we get a reimagining of Tomb Raider 2, because
that would be good.
I actually, yeah, that's my hope for what's to come. And look, I don't see anything other than success for the Tomb Raider franchise. Like it's too big. It's almost too. I don't want to say it's too big to fail. Nothing is too big to fail in the video games industry, right? But for me, like Tomb Raider 2 is by far my favorite, and I think to see that get the same reimagining treatment as Legacy of Atlantis is where I'm at here. Fingers crossed.
Nice. Yeah, I think so, because of my console history and not having a PS1.
Yep.
I don't think, I don't have as much of an emotional connection to Tomb Raider. I didn't grow up on Tomb Raider. I played the first one, but it was, I came late to Tomb Raider, shall we say. So I enjoyed the Legend trilogy, despite its flaws, mostly because I think, Lara's character and personality and everything I just mentioned previously, that it really shines through. Keeley Hawes is great. I really like Underworld, like Norse mythology, darker tone, more expansive, like really, really, really gotta place my heart for Legacy and Underworld. Sorry, Legend and Underworld. But this might be controversial, but genuinely, Rise of the Tomb Raider is my favorite.
Not controversial, bro. It's speak your truth.
I just think it's a stunning game. I just think it's an absolutely stunning game. And there are issues for me with, like, Survivor Lara was a little whiny. But she's a little less whiny in the second game. And it's like all of the lessons that action adventure games learned from Assassin's Creed and Uncharted fed into this iconic character. And you got that first game, which is good, but I think Rise of the Tomb Raider is a genuinely great game. And so some of the platforming and puzzles are just awesome. Like, it reminds me, like, some of those platforming and puzzle bits and the tombs remind me of my favorite bits of Assassin's Creed 2, right? And again, exploring just Ezio tomb raiding, basically. So I don't know, it's Lara feeding Ezio feeding Lara again. But I love that. I love that. That's what that trilogy is. It's okay, cool. Games have moved on since we were running around on the PS1, and
for sure.
Hell, we've got to elevate. And I think I genuinely think that series rivals the heights of Uncharted. Honestly.
That's a bold call. I mean, I love it. I love it. But I find that controversial, but in a conversational way. I'd be interested to see what the community think of that in the comments.
Yeah, I think timing plays a role. Obviously, like, it doesn't exist without Uncharted. I don't think in that sense. Like, Rise doesn't exist. Like, that trilogy doesn't exist. Like, the DNA has come from Naughty Dog and Nathan Drake. But I've expressed this before on a podcast, like the way those early Uncharted games, especially one, handles, was horrific. The cinematic direction, amazing. The storytelling, wonderful. But the way Nathan Drake actually handles in that first game, awful. The way Lara handles is it's wonderful. The game feel for that is perfect to me. And like the combination between combat and stealth, I love it. I love it. The puzzling is great. The level design's awesome. Rise is fantastic.
No notes. Speak your truth. As I said, it's all opinion, right? It is all opinion. This is the thing. It's like when we encourage people to discuss things on social, and then sometimes people will comment certain things, and it's like very strongly worded in a way that's like, well, you're wrong and I'm right. And I'm like, it's all opinion, man. Like, it's all opinion. Like, it's like, let's be honest, some games can be utterly crap and still hold a very special place in your heart.
100%.
Like, video games.
But yes, thank you, Andy. Thank you, Anne. Great questions. So Malcolm Cregan has asked What's your opinion on that final reveal? All that hype for yet another hero team shooter?
Mm. High guard, was that what it was?
High
Was that what
guard.
he's talking about? Yeah, high guard. Meh, looks nice.
I've literally written, meh.
Really.
Yeah, that's in my notes. My notes
Meh,
says meh,
meh,
but then
looks
it
nice.
also says, "Are we too old?"
Fair point. No, it's the children who are
It's the
wrong.
children who are wrong. I'm gonna have to use
Am
the skin meme
am
again.
I out of touch? I don't care. Like, it's just one of the greatest lines in Simpsons history. Look, it looks nice, but we've seen it all before, and I find it very hard to get in any way excited about. Like, look, these games are not made for me. Like, this, it's not. I don't look at it and go, "Oh my god!" Like, there we go. Hours of my time ready to be burned into that. Like, I don't have hours of time to game. I really don't. And at the moment, I meant to bring it to my desk. I'm quite annoyed I haven't got it. In fact, hold the phone.
I shall sing some elevator music while Jack retrieves this mystery item.
Thank you for holding.
There we go.
Metroid Prime 4. Loving it. Like, I meant to, yeah, just need to talk about this quickly. It looks great. It plays great. Samus is awesome. The reviews are wrong. I love it. Listen to me. No, it's all opinion. I just said it.
Buy it from the game collection.
Buy it from the game collection. Buy this year, this game, Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, from the game collection. Giles, Darren, game collection. But yeah, I don't have much time to play things, so when I do, it really is going to be into something that has just grabbed my attention massively.
That's the link.
And
I was wondering, where's the link?
it's there. No, sorry. I just I meant to bring it to the desk before the start of the pod, and then it was just like, yeah, that's the link. I don't have much time to play games, so the idea of playing a team-based shooter just makes me want to. Well, I can't say that. Yeah.
Curl up in a ball and weep.
There we go. Basically, my time is very limited to play video games, and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond currently has all of my attention. These are the games that I like. Not High Guard. Sorry, High Guard.
I think that it's a really good point, and it led me on to. I've also written in my notes here, what's the demographic for the Game Awards? I would love to see that breakdown. Because it's easy, I think it's always easy to think, oh, gamers are me. I am gamer. But obviously, the way the newer generation plays video games is very, very, very different. We see that reflected in the most successful games and the prevalence of free to play, and that killed me as well. And it said free January.
Right,
I was just like,
free in
I'm
January.
out. I was already made to be sad because it said from the makers of Titanfall, and it just reminded me that we're not getting Titanfall 3, and that continues to make me sad day after day.
When I saw the trailer, I knew you were going to mention that.
Yep,
like I just knew.
But I think as well, like you're right, we've seen this before, and it looks like a mashup of Overwatch meets Battleborn meets what was it called? Terrible name, Immortals of Avium.
That EA title, was it? Yeah.
Like fantasy FPS, looked incredible, sort of died on its ass. And when the free to play hit at the end, I was just like, yeah, that tracks. but that's it's how so many folks are playing these days, and I can't. It works for this type of game. Apex literally prints money. Why not double down? And I think it's, as you say, it's not a game that's made for us. But yeah, the children are wrong.
There's a method to the madness. I mean, and as you mentioned there, like it'll all be based on finances, and clearly these games make money. So it is us who are wrong, but also the children. It's everyone's wrong. Okay, there are no winners here.
I mean, I think that's the mark of a good awards show. Well, a good it's not really an awards show anymore, is it? Like it's
No.
just a massive advertising window. But I think that's the mark of a good showcase, right? Like you've got something in there for everyone. Like, and I genuinely think it was a really, really, really good show
Me
for that.
too.
Like we've literally just talked about it. We both came out hyped for certain things. And you know, if you're 20 years old and you don't really have much money and you're looking at that and you're going, holy smokes, that looks incredible, like more power to you.
Incredible. Yeah, quite right.
But yeah, it's I dare say, Malcolm, you're probably like us. I mean, if you're following a physical media retailer in 2025, yeah, you're probably like us.
Join us, Malcolm.
Join us.
Join us.
But yeah, so it's difficult for me to get hyped about a hero team shooter, like a free to play hero team shooter. But I can understand exactly why it closed the show. But I would love to know. I'd love to know. Yeah, I'd love to see the pie chart for who's tuning into the Game Awards. Genuinely, I think that'd be fascinating.
Would be interesting to have a breakdown for sure. I mean, I just had a breakdown there trying to tell you about Metroid Prime 4 for no apparent reason. So, I mean, that segment there should really be highlighted as how frazzled we are. Like this it's over, man. Like
well, you say that, but isn't it also just indicative of what we talked about on previous podcasts, where a game just dominates your thinking? Like you had to stop and get up and run and get it and show it and evangelize and say, people, play this game.
Yeah, but I'm not
I'm
not sure that I necessarily spoke English throughout that segment. Like I don't actually know what. Like, it's been honestly, this month has been a long year. I want to say I want to go home, but I work from home. But like, yeah, I'm tired, man.
Snap, buddy, snap.
If you're not watching on stream, then our Metroid Prime copies are kissing the screen together.
We just high-fived with Metroid.
Yeah,
it was lovely.
That's love.
Play Metroid Prime 4. It's really, really. I said Prime. Yeah. Metroid Prime. What's Metroid Prime?
The madness, it spreads.
It begins.
Yes, but buy Metroid Prime 4 from the Game Collection. It is a physical game, fully on cart, and we have it in stock. Buy it at the Game Collection.
Yeah. Thank you, Malcolm, for your question. Malcolm also, well, actually, sorry. So we've talked about a lot of the announcements. We haven't really talked about any of the awards. And Ghost came in over on Twitter with a question: with Claire Obscure sweeping the boards at this year's Game Awards, and a good question, like a thought-provoking question. This one,
yeah.
How do we define what an indie developer actually is? And I mentioned this in our sort of Game Awards preview. I didn't think it was particularly fair that Claire Obscure was up for an indie game award.
Agreed.
But yeah, what should that category be? What should that, like, should there be parameters? Do we need quite a clear definition of what an indie game actually is?
You, having worked in publishing, will have a much better answer for me on this, but I think we spoke about it briefly, right? Like somebody without major publishing backing. It didn't feel right that it was in that category. And as you mentioned before, it's like it doesn't look like an indie game. Like, no, look at it. It looks like just a work of art. So perhaps a title without major publishing backing for me would be something to raise there. I mean, there's an opportunity for smaller titles. You know, some really passionate devs. There's so many great indie titles out there that get overlooked, that don't get the love, and this is an opportunity in that category for a light to be. I can't even speak. For a light to be shone and. Yeah, Claire Obscure wins it. And like I'm happy Claire Obscure won like everything. It was the Claire Obscure Awards. But I don't think it should have been in the indie developer category.
No, and I think it's important that the Game Awards, I think it's important, like, you create different award categories to allow for different games to shine. I think that's the point, right? Like, and sometimes you'll have a game, as with the Oscars, right? You'll have a property that's so awesome across the board, it just dominates, and that's lovely. But like, you have genre awards for a reason. Important that I think, and genre awards are really easy to define. Like you know what an RPG is. Action adventure is a bit of a catch-all, but we still kind of know what we mean when you're not going to put a strategy game in action adventure, right? But I think it's contingent on the Game Awards to establish at least 2 or 3 bullet points on what constitutes an indie game. And I think you're absolutely right. Major publisher backing should not be one of them. And I don't know if Kepler are in a strange space because they have significant financial backing. They're able to do quite big budget marketing campaigns, but I wouldn't call them an indie publisher necessarily. And I think budget comes into it as well. Dave the Diver being outed as that, well, and that's sort of the other way around, right? Like it looks like an indie game. It's got that cute little pixel style. Absolutely massive publisher backing.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's a tough one, but I do think we need some parameters. And I do think, as you say, like go back to what the objective of the show and of that category is supposed to be. If it's supposed to be let's genuinely shine a light on smaller teams, and I mean Sandfall was a relatively small team, but it's not a bedroom dev really living and breathing the spirit of indie, is it? Like it's
not Balatro.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And that's an absolute leviathan of a game now. Definitely an indie game.
Yeah.
So I think it's important. It shouldn't be an individual like the board or whatever. I don't know how the Game Awards is set up. Jeff, talk to some people, sort it out, but establish some parameters. I think.
Have a word, Jeff.
Have a word, Jeff.
Have a word, Jeff.
That's another thing, by the way. Just going back to the demographic thing, like we think about the Game Awards. I want to see the pie because I'm like, is Jeff Keighley really the one to be marketing games to 20-somethings? I don't know.
We spoke about this before, though, right? Like he saw the opportunity.
Yeah.
He saw the and he was the first one to see that gap in the market and just dive in. Like, and I think he does a cool. I mean that fake Game Awards list we posted on social on Wednesday just for a laugh, and the bottom one was like obviously the running order, and it was like Jeff gets like gored by a wild boar that enters the stage, and it was like, oh, there's a lot of Jeff Keighley here.
Now that'd go viral.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what a way to go. I mean, there's been a few what a way to goes on this pod, but yeah. I did also enjoy on that list, by the way. People were like reading. Some people were like obviously so intent on finding something that they were excited about. And then somebody saw, Titanfall 3. That'd be it's fake then.
It's definitely
fake. Two rows above that was Master Chief gets executed live on stage, and it was like, so you skipped over Master Chief getting executed live to say Titanfall 3 is not happening. This is definitely fake.
It's both funny and incredibly painful to me that Titanfall 3 is less likely than Master Chief getting executed.
Through the pain, Matt.
Oh God!
Sorry. What question are we on?
Well, Malcolm came back with another question. I think we've answered half of it. Basically, being like, do we think Expedition 33 deserved all the awards it won? He says, I think Death Stranding 2 deserved a couple, especially best soundtrack. I don't know. I don't know that I would have given it best. Like, I mean, Expedition 33 soundtrack is the tits. It's so good.
That was probably based. Look, again, I've not played it, so I've got to be very careful. But just based off speaking to you, who obviously incredibly passionate about the game, the general feedback from our community every time we post about Claire Obscura, like it just floods in with positivity. And there's been so many comments about the soundtrack. The live performance of it sold out in like seconds. For me,
I was so cross about that.
If you'd have given more pain, if you'd have given me a list of the awards that it was up for, right, I actually think that the one that it was going to be guaranteed to win would have been soundtrack. Yeah. I mean, I watched you cry at Gamescom when we had that live performance. Like beautiful. There was a tear.
And do you know what? I would not have been the only one in that room. slash
No,
watching.
it was an emotional moment.
It's probably top 3 best perform. Well, actually, no, I think it's definitely top 1 best performing post of 2025 for us over on TikTok. Like, just a rubbish mobile phone recording of half of that performance went nearly as ballistic as me pulling a predator's face off. So, you know,
Content is content, man. Content gonna content.
The algorithm's weird, but we love it. But actually, not in that case. It just shows that people really love that soundtrack. So actually, yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree. I think that's one of the least surprising wins. But it shouldn't have won indie game.
No, that was the one I think that was just a little bit frustrating. The rest, you and I have spoken on numerous occasions on these pods as well as outside of them, about how it's disappointing when a great game comes along and it's like not people, but there seems to be this need to like give other titles awards so it doesn't win. So this great generational game doesn't win everything. It's like, no, like if a game comes along and it blows everything else out of the water, give it its flowers. So I am very happy that it won what it did. Indie aside.
Yeah, and that's why you should have well-defined category awards, right? Like, it's why, that's how you shine a light on other games. That's how you, I don't want to mitigate, not mitigate a game dominating. Like, Clair Obscur still dominated, but you allow space for others, right? You gotta create that space. And yeah, Jeff, do the work. Define indie game category, please.
Have a word, Jeff.
Have a word.
Have a word. No, do it Welsh, Matt. Do have a word, Jeff. Go on.
Can't.
Go. You can. Do it. I really wanted you to say there then, I'll do it on the night, like Shaun of the Dead. I'm like, it is the night.
No.
Fine.
I'll do a Welsh accent when you sing a disclaimer.
Ah, well. That was fun while it lasted, didn't it?
Mostly because my Welsh accent's terrible. Like, I do a much better Scottish and a comedy Yorkshire, but my Welsh is dreadful. It's really definitely the hardest of the. I think it's the hardest one to.
I see it comes really easily to me.
Yeah.
God alive, this pod is awful, and I love it. I love it. This actually feels like what it's supposed to be like, man. This is fire.
We're doing it. I think it's because we're doing this like at 10 in the morning as well.
It's great though, right?
It's wonderful.
I'm having fun.
It's
like,
brilliant.
I'm actually having fun.
Let's get next question. So, Craig Armstrong over on Facebook. Now, well, we're going to get into some personal thoughts here and probably some accusations. But yeah, Craig has asked, do you think the Game Awards are too PlayStation biased? Also, what's all the hype for Expedition 33? I want to play it, but I'm not a fan of turn-based RPGs. Let's unpack that first. So, because I actually answered a comment similar to this over on TikTok the other day. You're not going to like everything. There are absolutely games out there that you're going to hate based on your personal preferences. Jack will not. You're not going to like Expedition 33.
No,
because it's turn-based. Because it is, and if turn-based doesn't appeal to you, even though like this is the game that can make you like turn-based combat, like if you're genuinely just, no, I need it to be real time because otherwise it's too much. It's too plodding, it's too slow, there are too many menus. Like Expedition 33 does a great job of removing some of that barrier to entry, but it's still a turn-based game. And if you don't like turn-based games, and if you don't like the linearity of modern JRPG, I can't say it. JRPG design. Oh God. You're not going to like it, right? Because it's a love letter to JRPGs. It's a love letter to old school Final Fantasy, even with all the modern bits and the glorious, beautiful aesthetics and the very, very sweeping score and emotional story. Fundamentally, you are not going to want to sink 50 hours into it if you don't like the way that it plays.
That's it. Exactly. Yeah.
So
I wanted to experience it. I really did, and just based off, and so much of that has been influenced by the community. Speaking about it as we had to do, obviously post and everything from pre-order posts through to post-launch. Like the praise for it has been phenomenal, and I've really just been like, oh, maybe, and then like I said to you about it, and you were like, you're not gonna like it. Like there's no point. There really isn't any point, and that's fair enough. It's a shame because it is still it just falls into a genre that I've just never clicked with. I've seen it. I've obviously watched trailers and I've seen footage, and it looks beautiful, and I can completely understand why it's had the success that it's had. It's just a bit of a shame from a personal perspective that it's not going to be something that I'm going to be able to plow, as you say, 50 hours into and not be able to put down. It's just not going to work for me.
I think that's, I feel that way about Elden Ring, right? And it's another good example. That's supposed to be the gateway drug into FromSoft titles.
Yeah.
There's a slightly lower barrier to entry because it's an open world game, so you can there are easier bits that you can if you get stuck, just go off and do something else, rather than, oh, if you get stuck on this corridor, get good. No, I don't have the time. But I think it was the same thing. Cool things can be happening over there, and this is part of growing up. It's a life lesson in it. Like, I don't have to be a part of it, or like there are other cool things that I really genuinely actually don't have to work to like, that I can enjoy over here. But like, I think it's important. We are the fuelers of the hype train. We work in video game marketing. Like, our entire job is to help celebrate games, make people excited for games, and ultimately get them to buy them. Our job is to stoke the hype train. So it's actually even easier for us. I've got no defense against FOMO these days, because I'm like, I'm fueling it, baby. Oh yeah. It doesn't help at all. If anything, it makes it worse, right?
Yeah.
Because you're there going, oh yeah, let's go, and knowing that ultimately you're never going to play that game because you never would.
That's it, right? Like, and we're in a bit of a unique position. I think, as you say, it's our daily task is to hype up video games that essentially maybe not always be for us, but review scores, community feedback, often, a lot of the time speaks for itself, and helps us to understand why people love games, why people love that game, and yeah. So look, am I sad I'm probably never going to play it? Yeah, I actually am. It's one of those games that I feel genuinely quite sad about, because the amount of people I have seen say it's a type of game that comes along once a generation. Yeah. It's hard not to be sad about that, but you have to accept it and move on. I don't have much time to game. I can't put that time into trying to love a game or trying to love a genre of game, which I've never clicked with.
I think that's the thing. Like, it's important to be able to sit here and say, no, I don't love that game, but I completely understand why you might. And that's ultimately, I think you have to have that to work in video game marketing, because that's ultimately that's what we're all just saying. It's, if you love this, oh, you will love that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's also why it's important, because people get hung up on this when it comes to game reviews as well. Like, find reviewers, not just sites, but actual specific reviewers that you click with, because that's the best way to live a peaceful life and not get needlessly riled up by game reviews from folks whose opinion you wouldn't care about anyway. Like, I think find reviewers that you like reading or watching, or whose opinions you click with. And I'm not saying like don't challenge yourself. It's good to step outside your comfort zone, but it's a lot easier to like sample a food that you've not tried before than it is to sort of jump into an 80-hour game, right? Like, so there is only
it's a very good analogy, actually.
Thank you. But I think it's important. Yes, sometimes. And so I was apologizing here. Like, yeah, sometimes the hype train is gonna be real shiny, and like you're gonna want to get on it. But I think listen to your instinct. Like, if you watch that trailer and you're like, turn-based, man, that's fine.
Exactly. Life is too short. Not just play the genres you love.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go. Craig also asked, so we're going to return to the first part of this question. Are the Game Awards too PlayStation biased?
You're gonna start kicking off now, or are you good? Look, you're very measured. I like it, Matt. This is a new Matt. It's a new and improved. Updates installed, Matt.
Well, it's an accusation's been leveled at us before that we're too PlayStation biased. Sometimes
it's been said. It's been said once or twice.
To be honest, the Globe is quite PlayStation biased. If you look at sort of consoles sold.
Yeah, but look,
God, Earth, God, planet Earth. Screw you, planet Earth, for being PlayStation biased.
I'm going to kindly ask you to take a step back right now. Just leans back and DiCaprio's face appears. Look, Xbox has like found ways to separate itself, and as you rightly mentioned to me, all of these games that will be shown will also play on Xbox. Yeah. The days of Xbox exclusives, like they're gone. Like it's over, man. So it's not. I don't think it's a case of PlayStation bias. I think Microsoft have made their peace, or even not even made their peace. Made their peace would suggest that they were outfought in some way. A lot of what's gone on here is their own decisions, right? Like they have made calls which have pushed them into this direction. And did we speak about this on the pod last week? Xbox has had some fire games, Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4. Like it had a good year. I don't think the awards are PlayStation biased. I think that Xbox's desire to step away from exclusives and to be and almost be a big hitting name in the console world now. They've kind of just taken a step back and gone, have that PlayStation. We don't really care. Don't think it's a case of losing anything or having been outfought. I feel like they've kind of just gone, well, it's my football. It's my ball. You're not playing, try. But no, maybe not. No, that's wrong, because actually they've allowed all of their games onto PlayStation.
They're flooding the field with balls. It's the opposite. Is take all of our balls.
Yeah, scrap that. That was total and utter crap. Yeah, but
also Microsoft. Yeah, well, that's it. That should be the Xbox strapline. Balls for everyone.
Wow.
just putting that out there.
Balls for everyone.
Balls for everyone. Yeah, it's a strategic thing, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to see PlayStation in particular exclusives at these sorts of shows because that's what PlayStation spends the most money on. Like, first-party games are a part of PlayStation strategy, right? And why wouldn't they be, honestly? And they're going to put an incredible amount of money into developing them. They're going to put an incredible amount of money into marketing them, and therefore they're going to turn up at these things if they hit high-quality bars, which they nearly always do.
Yeah.
Nintendo prefer to keep things sort of to themselves and in-house, and use Nintendo Directs, and as Nintendo have been doing ever since their inception, kind of forged their own path, and Xbox have started to do that same thing. So, I think the only difference is that Xbox exclusives don't exist. Not really. Like, Master Chief is literally coming to PlayStation. That was disappointing, actually. Like, I would have loved to have seen
Campaign Evolved.
Yeah, Campaign Evolved. That would have been sick. But yeah, as Jack said, well, yeah, as you said at the start, like, all of these, like, so many of these games are going to be coming to both Xbox and Switch 2, actually. So
yeah,
I don't think it's biased necessarily. It's just sort of yeah, how the strategies have shaken out, and kind of what the big three are doing, and they're all kind of moving in different ways now. Which is deeply fascinating. The next few years are going to be absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's obviously a lot of people feel it's a very, very bleak time to come, and I suppose maybe we fall into that bracket because we're a physical retailer and we don't really know what the future holds for us. All we know is that from our company, is packed to the rafters with employees that love video games. Like that's one thing I will say about TGC is like it's full of gamers, and there's a strong passion for physical media throughout the business. So we will continue to scream it from the rooftops for as long as the world allows us to. But yeah, I think on a broader perspective, I think it is a fascinating time. Like everybody, as you say, it's not like they're all in the same race anymore. They've all just chosen different paths, really.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. It is exciting from a gaming perspective, from a oh, what do we do for jobs if this place goes perspective, Matt? That's worrying. But hey.
Sell collectibles.
PlayStation watches. That PlayStation watch the other day was And
I'm not even a hype beast. I'm not even a hype beast, and I messaged you and went, I want it.
Beautiful, right? Only 300 pieces though.
Only 300 pieces, and they're like what, 800 quid?
700. I saw somebody say, I didn't see exact pricing. I saw somebody say it's $780 for something, I think. So
yeah, I think the watch it's based on of theirs, or like similar watches of theirs, have gone for like 780.
I see.
I'll just time to sell some organs.
G-Shock it is then, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was a lot more bleak there at the end. It was like, oh no, what happens if we lose our jobs? We're safe as far as we know, collectors. Everything is fine. Like TGC is fine. It's healthy. It's well. Yeah, I mean, it's just from a more personal perspective, that is, of course, but from a broader perspective, it is an exciting time, fascinating time to see where things go.
Yeah, and I joke about the Globe being PlayStation biased, but it is. Like the PS5 has outsold the Xbox Series. I think it was 2-1 the last time we sort of checked. And whenever you're putting on stuff like this that caters to sort of a broad audience, and indeed we do this as a shop, right? Because our audience is predominantly PlayStation. You're going to appeal to the broadest audience you possibly can, but you may have to weight things kind of in the favor of the biggest proportion of your audience, which in video games across the world is PlayStation. That's just a fact. But I think that's part of Xbox's strategy, right? In terms of putting their games everywhere, it's become much more about where you play and removing the barriers to that, like experience Xbox wherever, even on a PlayStation. So yeah, I do think it's strategy more than anything else. A couple of unrelated questions to the Game Awards. So we had some absolute bangers come in that I think we just figured we have to try and squeeze in. So Jamie Jackson has asked a question, another thought-provoking one, going, do you think game companies / producers should be allowed to update a product after its release? Does this allow them we'll fix it in post attitude? And is it what we want for a game to be changed after release?
So I think it's in a perfect world, right? I mean, I would wager that he is of our age category. I mean, the days of off the shelf gaming are gone, right? Like it's sad. We are blessed to have experienced them, to have like gone into a shop, picked the game off the shelf, gone home, put it in, 0 install time, 0 internet connection required, anything, boom, you play it from start to finish. Life is but a dream. Sadly, obviously with like post-launch content or like with technology comes the need for more power, right? Like I just, yeah, I wish we could go back to those days, but they're gone. And I do think I do think that I've gone blank. No, I'm out. It's been I'm sorry. This has been a very challenging morning.
I'm going to play devil's advocate, because I think game companies, producers should absolutely be allowed to update a product after it releases, because I think there are so many time pressure. Well, there are so many time and money pressures on a game's development time, right? Like, there's a reason money isn't endless. There's never a magical money tree. Sometimes a game has to come out because it needs to start recouping so that everyone can keep their jobs, right? And I think it's really difficult to run a game studio, and it's really difficult to run actually really difficult to run a publisher, um, and manage a project as big as a large scale game. Um, I think what I'm trying to say there is that sometimes a game just has to come out, and I think you can claw that back if a game releases and it's not great. Maybe you know that incoming revenue stream gives it a lifeline where additional work can save it, and we've seen that with one of my favorite games in recent years. Cyberpunk is one of my favorite games in recent years. It would not be that way. Like, and I love the original, even if it crashed every 90 minutes. But the game that it became, oh my days, phenomenal. So while I agree with the sentiment of um I don't like, oh, we'll just fix it in post. I don't think that no one plans for that. You don't want a game to bomb out the gates. You don't want a
Exactly.
game to be poorly reviewed out the gates. You don't want to go through all that for that launch moment just to that's sort of like the
Yeah.
fail trombone, right? Like no one wants that. No one wants to produce a bad game. I think if anything, technology has allowed us to develop far, far, far closer to the release date. So that's why you get day zero patches, because previously games would just come out, warts and all. And while there are games that we all love, there are plenty of those games that we're looking at with rose tinted specs that were absolute crap in some areas, or had
Yeah.
hideous bugs, or that couldn't be patched. Now at least I think, I don't think it's bad that there's an opportunity to fix some of that, and for a botched launch, shall we say, to be rescued. We all love a redemption story. I love to see that, to be honest.
No
Um,
Man's Sky is another one as well, right?
yeah,
Like, I mean, like, yeah, it's and yeah, that's actually what was on my mind before it left my mind and I went blank. Um, as you say, nobody plans for a game to be like, look, we'll just release this in a bog standard state and then fix it afterwards. That's not how the industry works, right? There's a lot more at stake here, and I think, as you rightly mentioned there, it's really important to remember that there are so many factors and moving parts inside these deals that can change, which, as you say, sometimes a game just has to come out. Like, I remember reading up on the Callisto Protocol, which I loved. I loved Callisto, and I think it was planned originally to be like a trilogy. Glenn Schofield was in it. It was a striking distance because he did Dead Space, yeah. Um, and I think I read up that basically he was told he could have as much time as he wanted to make this game the way that he wanted it to be, and everything was going to be fine. So they delayed, and then investors turned around and they were like, no, in fact, enough's enough. It's got to come out now. And he was like, well, it's not ready, which was why Callisto had some problems at launch. And it's like he has no say in that. It's ultimately, yes, he's created the game with a team, but the powers that be, the money. The money says it has to move now. Therefore, what do you do? It's sometimes it's not a case of everybody sat down in a room going, it's a bit crap, but well, we'll fix it afterwards. There's a lot more at stake. There's many more moving parts than that, right? Especially with big releases. It is what it is, and I don't think anybody sets out. Nobody wants to put, especially in the creative industry, nobody wants to set out to put their name to a bog standard product and release it out into the world for people to critique. Like that's just backwards. I think it's a case of you want to put out the best you can with what you've got. Sometimes the timeline is cut and doesn't allow for you to deliver what you believe you can, and then it is down to fighting fires post launch. It's a
yeah.
shame.
And hindsight's a wonderful thing. Like it's lovely to
Of
be able to
course.
look at a thing and go, oh, if they'd had 6 more months, but maybe they didn't have 6 months, right?
Exactly.
I think it's different on PC because obviously early access is a thing, and I think actually technology allowing the technology that allows for patches, right, has allowed for early access. There are so many great things that wouldn't exist without. early access. And I like that early access affords, sometimes it's used cynically, sometimes it's genuinely, in the best cases, used as a community building tool and an opportunity for developers to either prove out a product's worth, or better yet, get player feedback in and make it a communal effort of bringing a game to 1.0, to launch. And I think that's a wonderful, really cool thing, as a gamer, to be able to be part of, well, almost part of a development process, and in a meaningful way. And it matters, especially on multiplayer titles. Like, it matters hugely getting that player feedback. It's invaluable. And even on something like Baldur's Gate 3 went into early access. And it can be so crucial just to know that you're going in the right direction, that an audience is there waiting for you, that you're doing the right thing, that you're on course. You don't just have to be locked in a building for 3 years, crunching away and just hope for the best at the end. Like,
Yeah.
you can sense check, you can test features, you can test design, and get genuine actionable feedback. And I think that's a really happy evolution, that this technology has afforded us. So, of course, and I think, that's what Jamie's getting at here. Of course, there are going to be cynical plays. Of course, it's going to look like that sometimes from the outside, when a publisher goes, "This just has to come out now." That's probably because the money's run out. And as you mentioned there, investors, many of whom came into games during COVID because it exploded, because it was one of the only industries that was still making money, don't understand. They simply don't understand that timeline. And so they turn the money tap off.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're so close. Like, if we just had this much more time, but sometimes that's not an option.
It's not their language, right? Like time
No.
is money, and that's it. The passion and connection with video games, and the money, sorry, that gets put into that, often comes from people that don't have a passion or an understanding for this industry.
Yeah.
It's about the numbers.
And costs are spiraling, right? Like, the technology costs are spiraling. The cost of game development is spiraling. The cost of games hasn't, which
Yet.
is controversial to say. I know it's creeping up, and has been for like the last year or two. But like, you look at the last 2-3 decades, I'm really not paying that much more. Certainly not in line with inflation.
Nope.
But the costs of those studios and the cost of development, will have been going up. So yes, there will be cynical reasons, and occasionally there will be cynical decisions and very, very corporate level decisions that get made. But I honestly think, like, updating a product post release can be great, and in the best sense as well. It gives you more of a great thing, and sometimes that happens, and you get phantom liberty, and it's just like, hell yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, that's my take on it. But thank you for the question, Jamie. Really, really thought provoking.
Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, no, it's a great question, and helps us to kind of unpack that stuff a little bit, for sure.
Two more. Chris Kelly has asked, and I think we've answered this. We've answered a variation on this one before, and it came about because I can't. Which image did you use this week to ask for questions? Was it Home Alone?
Home Alone, yeah. It was Harry and Marv, yeah.
So Jack always likes to put iconic film duos up to accompany his call for questions, and sometimes I'm very flattered by the duos he chooses, and sometimes it's less flattering.
It's pretty much my favorite part of this whole thing.
But Chris has asked, based on this, what movie license game was your favorite? The image just made me think Home Alone game on the SNES, where you got to set up traps and not let the burgers catch you. Burgers.
The burgers.
I'm so hungry.
Don't let the burgers.
Don't let the burgers catch you. Well, Hamburglar is both burger and burger. Anyway, thanks, Chris. We're going to caveat this. So we've talked about GoldenEye till the cows come home. So we're not going to choose GoldenEye. And I think I've already mentioned the Lord of the Rings games. Oh God, they're behind me on the shelf, on the GameCube shelf. Phenomenal film tie-ins. So we're not going to mention, well, I've just done it, but we're not going to choose those. So what other movie license tie-in floated your boat, Jack?
I actually loved Home Alone on SNES. Like Home Alone on SNES was fire. And as a kid, I hated going into that basement and trying to jump over that spider. I hate spiders, man. Like I'm not a fan. But yeah, absolutely loved Home Alone and Home Alone 2. That was also epic. The knee slide, so cool. I remember being stuck on that game for ages. There was a chef in the hotel like throwing knives, and I was just like, I don't know how to get past him. What do I? And I didn't know you could knee slide. Wild. A child, like just like, you know, it's like as a kid playing games, no idea what you're doing. For me though, it has to be the Die Hard trilogy on PlayStation. 3 incredible games in different ways, like
Yep.
just the movie quotes, man. Happy trails, like just fire. So yeah, without a doubt, Die Hard trilogy on the PlayStation. So much time spent playing that with my dad when I was younger. We had the light gun as well for Die Hard 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, epic. And then like with a Vengeance was absolutely solid. Like just driving around trying to disarm the bombs. You surprised me again, McLean. Yeah. God, it's a wonderful game. Like I would
It's
love
phenomenal.
to see. I mean, licensing means it's dead, right? But I'd love to just see it just like brought to PlayStation Classics or something. Just let me play it again, please. I beg.
So good. So good. Quick corporate shout out to Terminator 2D No Fate, which recently released, which is actually a banging tribute to Terminator 2, one of the greatest films of all time.
And it's got a manual.
And it's got a manual. The collector's edition is sick. Honestly, the game is super short. It's short in the way that arcade classics are short, right? So it's meant to be replayed, right? I mean, you can technically finish Sonic in an hour. But honestly, I think, yeah, the physical editions are just... If you're our age and you love that film and you love 80s, 90s run and gun classics, yeah, do yourself a favor and give it a look.
Steelbook.
And it's got a gorgeous steelbook. Check out my video. It's over on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Just woke up my cat shouting steelbook. Honestly, he's looking at me with utter more disgust than usual. Steelbook. Yeah, and again.
There are innumerable Star Wars games I could mention. Shout out in particular to the Death Star Trench Run in Rogue Leader. Just blowing my mind. But I think, yeah, a few licensed bits. Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay is a phenomenal first-person stealth game that is way better than the film it's based on. So a rare occasion where a licensed tie-in was actually better than the thing it was tying into. Scott Pilgrim, side-scrolling, kind of 16-bit style, pixel art, beat 'em up. Actually really, really, really good. And also a special shout out to Scarface for the balls meter. Because you literally had like a balls meter, which you got by like killing enemies and just being a dude.
Balls for everyone.
And you had to fill up your balls meter to activate blind rage mode, or you could take your balls meter along to a sperm bank and like let it drain out for money.
Insane.
So shout out Scarface. But I may have mentioned this one before. Speaking about games that are way better than the films they're tied into, X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's an 8, like the film was 12A. The game was an 18 rated classic God of War clone. There's just the most brutal, satisfying hack and slash action game around. It was so good. And the film was pants, but the game rocked. So yeah, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Better than it had any right to be.
I also need to shout out Mission Impossible on the N64 because I loved it. I mean, the years have not been kind, but like, yeah. Loved Mission Impossible on N64.
Yeah. And then last question. I really love this one. Michael Ockerby has asked, if Jack and Matt had to give each other a gaming gift that summed us up, what would it be? And
so I left. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm going to go first only because, like, I'm really sad that it hasn't arrived in time, but I've actually already got it. So Jack is a man who enjoys OG Pokemon and fashion. And I bought him a Christmas present this year. And
What you get me?
It's a little beanie with your favorite Pokemon on it.
No way.
Hell yeah! You got a Psyduck hat, my friend.
Psyduck. That's mate. That like I'm gonna cry. No, we're good.
I was really hoping it would arrive in time for me to actually just flash it up because I'm not going to see you till January.
I'm actually, man, honestly, that's made my day. Like, that's made my year.
Little Psyduck hat. Because what do you get for a fashionista and a gamer?
Get him a Psyduck hat,
and he's like, literally in a Psyduck.
Oh man, I'm so hyped.
Both hands on his. It looks amazing. But yeah,
I literally I love that awkward yellow duck.
Honorable mention though to the light up Metroid Samus Aran helmet that I think it's sold out, but was listed over on the Nintendo store for £460.
Expensive, but bit spenny that.
Real preem.
I know you love me, but like that's real spenny.
Yeah. The Psyduck beanie was not that much.
Well, no, but the thought, the value, it's yeah. I love you, man. Thank you.
I love you too, man.
Thank you. So I had a little look online. I did not buy this for you because it was even though it was on sale at €219.99. I did find Link's Master Sword with a wooden like wall plaque to stick it on, which is like this. Yeah. Yes. So it was a toss up. It's a toss up between that or the Master Chief helmet, actually, which I had both of those listed. Both are outside of my price range. I mean, I could probably get you up from China, but probably
that wouldn't fit my head. Like that's like nothing I've ever bought from Asia has ever fitted me.
It would be like that scene from Step Brothers that is like Chewbacca mask. It's okay, the mine's not movie quality. It's like it would definitely not be movie or video game quality.
That was really sad though, because like the Halo 3 Collector's Edition came with a Master Chief helmet, but you couldn't wear it.
Couldn't. What? I mean, sorry. Do you mean generally you couldn't wear it, or do you mean your head was so big you couldn't wear it?
I don't think you could wear it. I don't think.
Oh, really?
I don't think it had a hole big enough.
What type of shape is that?
Yeah, it was just for display purposes, really.
I mean, apparently I think you can take the 007 First Light Edition with the mask, the collector's edition. I think you can take that mask. I think that's life size. I think you can take that off. Nice. I think. Don't quote me on that.
I know. I think you can wear the Yote one.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not to the shops or nothing, though. Do you know what I mean? You need to like keep it, in the house, like like you don't
want to take it to Asda.
Slightly problematic, But yeah. So look, I actually think if I had a company card and I could expense it, then I would absolutely buy you with Link's Master Sword for $219.
Well, I would have bought you the Metroid helmet.
Yeah, but don't give me that. You've got a company card. You could expense it.
I don't have a company card.
Oh, you don't? No, okay.
I arrived too late.
I take it all back.
I arrived beyond the glory days when they were giving those out like candy.
I think it's important that the collector community here understands that this is like we can't be trusted with company cards because this is the type of stuff that we'd
buy £500 helmets.
We would expense for social content.
Yes, exactly that.
We're not allowed nice things with absolute good reason.
Matt, it appears you've put on your expenses here a pan-global trip to Galaxy's Edge for you and Jack for content.
I mean, at least we flew economy. Like we wouldn't have been going first class or anything and really taking the mickey, No, exactly. The greater good.
The greater good.
It's for the greater good.
Yeah, I like that we both sort of went headwear, which is ironic because I can't wear hats.
Absolutely.
I can't stuff the afro into a.
No,
I have to shave my head.
Nor should you. Let it breathe. Let it flow.
I can never be a Spartan, guys. Like, we'll leave that to John 117.
Probably one of many reasons why you couldn't be a Spartan.
Built, as I've said before on this podcast, I'm built for comfort, not speed.
Yes, you are. This podcast has been an absolute car crash, and honestly, I think it's the most fun I've had since we've been doing it. Like this is how, like I've had a great time. Like it's certainly not
lovely.
been the most professional. Buy all your games from Game Collection, please.
Please.
But
God only knows what next week's one is going to be like, because we're going to be running on, like, if we're not running on fumes already, they'll be like
I think
the slenderest of fumes.
I feel like there's less pressure on next week. I feel like this was the last one where you and I tried. Like we actually tried to like pull this together.
I've made so many notes.
Yeah, I mean, I've made so many mistakes, to be honest. So it's been a wonderful hour and 20 or whatever it is. It has. It's an ongoing one.
Indeed. And if you've persevered through
God bless you.
This, God bless you. God bless us, everyone. And thank you sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
And if you are somehow enjoying this as much as we are, then please subscribe. Please like, please share. Like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, however you wish to consume this pair of absolute not rights. We very much appreciate it. And if you could share it with your friends, anyone else that likes video games or just likes to have a laugh, fire it over, please. We appreciate you all.
Please tell your friends about this show, and also leave us reviews and comments. Like it really, really helps. The reviews on Spotify and Apple, fire us up those listening lists. So yeah, please drop a review if you liked it. If you didn't, don't feel like you have to.
No, just move on.
Go on with your day.
Move along.
But if you've made it this far, like, I mean, I'm conflicted really, because if you've made it this far, and you didn't like it, then that doesn't make any sense.
That is a real strong hate watch, you know.
That's a real strong hate watch. And actually, we thank you. We thank you for putting in the minutes, because fair. Anyway, I'm gonna go get a burglar and
strong.
And yeah, we'll catch you next week, folks.
We'll catch you next week for somehow an even more unprofessional podcast.
Incredible chaos. Let us know what you'd like to see, because I think all bets are off basically for next week's.
Yeah.
God knows what we're going to be talking about. It should be fun. We'll see
you there. We hope so.
Cheers, folks.
And for all of your physical gaming needs.
You botched the line!
Mate, I botched everything today. This is awful. And for all of your physical gaming needs,
check out the Game Collection.
God bless.